Hey guys, what's going on, and welcome back to another video with your boy Jordan. I got a package here. It's from eBay. Only place I could find this part, from ZZ Performance. Well, I didn't actually get it from ZZ Performance, I don't think. I got it from a vendor that sells ZZ Performance parts. A lot of good stuff in here. But that's besides the point. This part. Before I show you guys what this is, take a guess what it is. If you guys have been following along on Instagram, you might know what this is. But if not, leave a guess down in the comment box below. What is this? What do you think it does? What do you think it's for with Cobra? It's something the car might need right now. Here we are. Focus. Come on, there you go. That's it. I don't know how to. You're supposed to be able to test this with your finger, but I don't want to break it. I don't even want to mess with it too much. But this is, let me make sure I'm saying this right, the boost bypass valve. And I've been doing a lot of research on this. My car is having a lot of weird issues right now, as you guys probably already know. When I do wide open throttle, I'm losing a ton of boost. Well, this little guy controls boost pressure. So what it does is it keeps the blower sort of closed during normal acceleration, so the blower is not having to spin all the time. And when you accelerate, this thing is supposed to open and let all the boost through. Otherwise, when you're driving normal, you can bypass your boost with this boost bypass valve so that you're not overspinning the blower all the time, which keeps the blower working much longer and is less strenuous on the blower, keeps the car cooler, because if you were spinning the blower all the time, it would run a lot hotter. That would run into a lot of issues, yada, yada, yada. This is the part that is supposed to keep that from happening, but mine is stock. As far as I know, mine's never been replaced, I don't think. So I figured maybe this is the part that's causing me issues. Maybe this thing is not opening during wide open throttle and is causing tons of issues with the airflow and is just not letting me get my boost. I'm going to be launching merch very soon. I'm trying to launch merch around the time that the second stimulus check hits. If it does hit, obviously the Democrats and Republicans are arguing over the substance of the stimulus check, but I want to put out merch around the same time so that you guys can take a little bit of your stimulus check, which is meant to stimulate the economy, and stimulate your boy. You get what I'm saying. You could take part of that $1,200 and buy like a $30 shirt to help your boy get a Whipple, so that we can have the Whipple on the Cobra. And then you guys will be really happy because you get to enjoy the Whipple Cobra videos. And I'm even looking at getting a wrap this year. If I can work out a deal with someone and make it work for them to help them with their marketing and help their company grow, as well as, you know, make the Cobra look a little bit better. I'm working on all the things you guys want me to do. I'm working on getting the motor running right. I'm working on, you know, getting my paint better in any way that I can right now. I do plan on getting a house. Now I'm ranting, I'm gonna stop in a second, but I do plan on getting a house next year. Once I get a house, then we'll start looking to actually repainting the car. But for now, I wanna fix some of the really bad areas, the paint bubble that popped, get that maybe touched up or repaint that panel, and then wrap the car if I can work out a deal with a wrapping company. But let's go drive the car and see if this little part works, because if it does, that might solve our issue, and this video might help a lot of you guys out there that might be having a similar issue. But if it doesn't, then we'll move on to the next thing, but we'll know that this part is new. Focus. Focus. Very interesting looking part. As far as I know, that right there with the red tip is the boost bypass valve. I don't think that is stock. That does not. This one looks like a stock one. That doesn't look like stock. Now, I've never looked specifically at this piece right here, so I don't know if this was changed when Blue put the car together, or it wasn't. They said it wasn't. I believe them, but I just don't remember this having a red cap. I'm gonna have to go back in old videos and look at if this red cap was there. I never really noticed it there. I'm noticing a red cap now, so I'm just kind of curious if this was changed at some point. So I compared this to the one on the actual car. And this one, where this one is actually under some pressure, let me show you. So it's really hard for me to press this down. It's under a lot of pressure. and the little arm on the blower that's attached right here would have to really push hard or pull hard to get this to open. On the one that's actually on the car, this little metal piece is just dangling. Like there's no pressure whatsoever. I'm not sure the terminology, it's either stuck open or stuck closed, but it doesn't seem to me like it's doing anything because it's just literally laying there limp, whereas this one is under a ton of pressure. So whether this is the actual main issue that's causing all the sputtering issues and the cutting out during wide open throttle and all that, I don't know. I do know that I do at least think that the boost bypass valve that's on the car currently, I don't think it's doing its job. The old boost bypass valve that was on the car, it's kind of, this little thing's just kind of willy-nilly, not really doing anything. Like there's no pressure there, it's literally just dangling. So on this new one, there's where the vacuum line is actually plugged up, and then you can see there's another tip on the side there where this one just has a hole. Like this one, focus. This one just has a hole. That one actually has a tip coming out there. So I don't know, I'm a little nervous about that, but if anything, we'll figure it out tomorrow. If it doesn't start, I'll do some research, see what I need to do next. You guys think it's gonna start? I don't know. I'm a little worried myself. Seems fine. No air coming out of it? Huh. Maybe that was what it was, guys. I don't know, but it started and it seems to be idling like normal. It actually started better. Let me try to start it one more time. So, I mean, I didn't even give it, usually it's harder to start than that, so maybe that had something to do with it. Let me see if I can start it without giving it any gas at all. If I can start it without giving it any gas at all, that would be, I'm going to keep my foot completely off the gas pedal, just foot on the clutch. So that's different. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's completely different. Watch the boost gauge. See the boost gauge right there? I'm barely giving it any gas at all. It was barely even coming to here.
You can tell. You noticed back then on the other.
I don't have to get into it hard to give it boost. I just give it a little bit. It goes up. But like before, I would put my foot all the way to the floor and it would barely go a fourth. So
that was definitely a problem.
So that's my loss in power right there, most likely.
But you might have it back now.
Might have it some of it back. I don't know how much. I don't want to get into it really hard, but see if it feels any different at all. Definitely feels peppier. It feels peppier.
Wasn't doing that before?
Huh?
Wasn't doing that before?
It wasn't really what it would, but it just felt like it was being held back a little bit more. Especially right here. I've been told that I was going to lose power between 2 and 3 just because the cams move the power band up to like 3. So you get more power up top, but you lose torque between 2 and 3. But it shouldn't be just like bogging and falling on its face. They don't sit right here, do they? They can't sit over here, can they? No. Do a little pull right here. I drove around for quite a bit, and I definitely have full boost, and that was definitely my boost problem and probably what was taking away a lot of my power on the dyno. I'm probably like, my butt dyno tells me that I'm at least making 500, just the way that it feels. My butt dyno says 500 plus. My butt dyno might be right or wrong, but it's just the way that it feels. I'm getting a lot more boost, but I do think that I have a problem with my fuel pump or my fuel system. Just because, and I wasn't recording when it did this, but everything was cool. You know, I did those couple of pulls with my dad in the car, and then I was just driving around after that, and I was in first gear coming out of a stoplight, and I'm at like 1200 RPM coming out of the stoplight, just accelerating from a stop, and it just starts sputtering and just doesn't want to go. And there's a Jeep behind me, and I'm like, this is awkward because I'm just like trying to give it gas, and it's like, and it's just dying. And there's a Jeep behind me, so I just put on my emergency signal. He goes around me, and then like a second later, it's fine. It goes back to normal, and I go up to 3,000 RPMs and shift into second gear like normal. So I don't think that's because I changed that part. Maybe I'm wrong. If you guys can tell me something I don't know. I think that we fixed the boost issue, but I think we now have to fix the fuel pump issue. I think what might be happening, and I'm not sure if I'm right about this, but I think my Kenny Bell booster pump might be sending like lower and higher voltage, and it might not be like super consistent. Hey guys, really quickly before I end the video, I do have a couple of announcements to make. Number one, I plan on releasing merch at some point in August, just depending on how everything is going. We still have the evil thing that infects people looming around North Carolina. I don't know when things are going to reopen. So the reopening of North Carolina, if I do or don't get unemployment benefits for the $13,000 that I lost from weddings that I lost due to us not being able to shoot weddings, due to we are not allowed to shoot weddings right now or have weddings, I applied for unemployment, and I'm hoping that I get some of it. Even if I get half of that, that'd be helpful. We're supposedly getting another stimulus check this month. I talked to Lethal Performance on the phone today, and I'm going to try to work out some sort of deal. I do have a good following of you guys that I think would buy parts from Lethal Performance if I had a discount code for you guys. So leave a comment below if you made it this far. If I had a Lethal Performance discount code, would you help me out from time to time and maybe buy some parts from Lethal Performance? Support Lethal, support me. That's a company that I would like to work with. And I do want to start buying more parts there, and I want to make it worth it for them. Also, I just want to say, when I was doing the hits, when I was doing the couple little pulls that I did on the car was not going lean during those pulls. When it started going lean would be when I would drive it home. It would start sputtering really bad, and I would drive it home right away. So don't worry, I'm not tearing up my car. I'm probably not going to drive it too much until I do get the fuel system. If things work out this month, I will be getting a fuel system and possibly something that would add more power to the car. If things go completely sideways the other way, I'm probably just gonna replace my fuel pump with another stock fuel pump, or get the Lethal budget return style system and just put it on and call it a day. Film a really cool video about that, put that up for you guys, and get a re-dyno tune with the new fuel system. We'll see how it goes. I mean, like, if I can say anything right now to conclude this video, is that 2020 is full of ups and downs and hills and valleys, and it's just full of surprises this year, guys. There's no other way to put it other than 2020 is full of surprises. Like the video if you enjoyed the video, comment if you have any questions or concerns, share and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed to the channel. I'll see you guys next time. I've got these random little fruit flies everywhere. They're so annoying. Even if I take out the trash every day, they're still here.